Good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in your part of the world. This is King B with another video. Some more information, this time about healthcare. And you see the title on the screen. Major healthcare company files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy after defaulting on 50 million loans. Wow. What does this mean for the people? Well, let's read it and see what they're talking about. All right, here we go. The COVID-19 pandemic left many businesses at risk of bankruptcy and closure, including care homes. So much so that one major healthcare company responsible for nursing homes and senior living facilities has recently filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy despite taking out $50 million in loans. Infection rates were at 75% in nursing homes. Numerous nursing homes and senior living facilities were significantly impacted by the pandemic. In fact, at one point, 1,300 nursing homes had an infection rate of 75% or higher, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, which caused significant financial strain on these facilities. Nursing homes are struggling with staff shortages. With the increasing number of elderly people, and many of these people requiring round-the-clock care, staff shortages in nursing homes are a struggle, according to the nation's health. Due to the rise of inflation, nursing home companies are struggling to find the money to pay their staff, which is part of the reason why staff shortages are so low. Okay, you know what? This part right here, increasing number of elderly people, and many of these people are requiring round-the-clock care. You know, there was a time when people would take care of their parents, their mom, their dad. When their mother and their father or their father were reached a point where they was just unable to care for themselves. What happened to that? You know, in this society, in this wicked society, and it comes down to jobs. There was a moment in history, in time, when jobs were more family friendly. You know, jobs were more family friendly. Now, it's not like that anymore. It don't matter what field what field you're in when it comes to employment. Nowadays, these jobs do not care about you or your family. They don't even care to know who you are. All they know is all they see you as is just an employee number. That's it. And whether or not you're going to do your job. A lot of these companies, your job comes first before anything else. Your job comes first, comes before your family. Your family don't matter. They don't care what you're going through, what you got going on at home, what problems you have. You have a family member at home that's not well, or whatever. They don't care about that. No, you got to come to work. You got to do your job. Your job comes first. Whatever you got going on in your personal life, that's your business. We need you here. See, that's the mindset. I know this. I've had jobs where I was in management. I didn't do well. I didn't do good at those jobs, particular jobs, because I cared for the people. Believe me, I got myself in a lot of trouble when I was supervising, because these companies don't want someone who cares for the people. If you care for the people like I do, you're going to find yourself in deep trouble. And you're in management, you're going to find, like you're going to find yourself in a lot of, believe me, I spent many a time getting called to offices, HR, whatever, higher ups. When you care because you're not allowed to care for the people. I'm telling you what I know for a fact. That's how it is. They don't care at all. Right? They like to keep the people, the workers, in fear. Do your job or else. You got to be here or else. I've seen it. I've seen how others that was a part of my I've seen that was part of my management team. I've seen how they intimidated, how they would intimidate the employees, even lying to them. I've witnessed this. The people are so in fear that somebody like me who's going to tell them the truth and try to protect them, they would turn around and go against somebody like me. I've experienced it. For those of you out there, if you're in management, you're a supervisor or you're a manager or whatever, and you are anything like me and you care about the people, you try to work with the people, protect your people, you know what I'm talking about. Because this is how it is now. So this is part, what I'm talking about is part of the reason why this line right here, with the increasing number of elderly people and many of these people requiring round-the-clock care, that part. Because people, instead of, you know what, Mom, I'm going to keep my mother home, I'm going to take care of my mother, I'm going to take care of my dad. No, Mom and Dad got to go to a nursing home. Now, granted, there are elderly people who have the type of health problems where they need to be in a nursing home and getting that care. But even then, they still could be home, and if you have the insurance, whatever, or the money, or both, you can have home health care attendants to come to your home. That way, you know for sure what's going on, that your mother, your father's getting the proper care. See, when they're in these nursing homes, there's a lot of abuse that goes on in that happen to go on in these nursing homes as well. And you're out there because you're in fear. I got to go to work. I have to go to work. I can't miss a day. I'll check on Mom or I'll check on Dad when I have time. But you rarely have the time. When you do go, you have some who will go for a few minutes, ask a couple questions, and then leave. Because you got so much going on. You have so much on your plate that is spilling over the edge of the plate. You're trying to hold it together. See, I was always, my frame of mind, I always thought, you know what? You come first. Nothing comes before you and your family. Nothing. Not even your job don't come before you and your family, your loved ones. That's nonsense. The people are more important than the job. Screw the job. But people think the opposite. That's why we in all this mess now. Part of the reason. That's part of the reason. But let's continue. Inflation has led to Chapter 11 bankruptcy filings. The street has reported that inflation has caused a rise in wages, products, supplies, and interest rates, leading to many nursing care home companies struggling to find the funds. This has led some companies to take out loans, but left unable to pay the loans back, which has resulted in Chapter 11 bankruptcy filings. The Chapter 11 bankruptcy process. The Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing occurs when a holder of debts claims, and other liabilities happens before the date of the bankruptcy petition. Filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy enables breathing room to create a reorganization plan and to give creditors greater recovery than they would have if they had gone into liquidation. Notable Chapter 11 bankruptcies have occurred in the last few years. There have been various nursing home companies that have had to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in the last few years. This includes the Evangelical Retirement Homes of Greater Chicago and Windsor Terrace Health, which listed between $1 million and $10 million in assets and liabilities. Peterson Healthcare filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Peterson Healthcare is another nursing home company that has recently had to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The healthcare provider had defaulted on loans up to $50 million, and according to WSJ, it comes just 2 months after it was hit with lawsuits that alleged these defaulted payments. Peterson Healthcare had launched a $50 million institute. Prior to the bankruptcy filing in 2023, Peterson Healthcare launched a $50 million institute. The Peterson Center on Healthcare website reported at the time that the $50 million was being used for evaluating digital health technologies to help improve health and lower the cost of healthcare. Peterson Healthcare had $295 million in debt. Reuters reported that Peterson Healthcare had around $295 million in debt. This comes after the company had faced issues with cyber attacks and defaulting on government-backed loans. Peterson Healthcare has faced several cyber attacks. Between October 2023 and February 2024, Peterson Healthcare faced several cyber attacks. This includes an attack from the Cactus ransomware group, causing them to lose business records and struggle to bill customers and insurers. They also had an attack from Black Cat, a hacking group, stopping payments to providers. Peterson Healthcare previously had a revenue of $340 million. Despite filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and having debts of $295 million, Peterson Healthcare had a revenue of $340 million. They had around 90 nursing homes across various states, 4,000 employees, and a capacity for 6,796 residents. Peterson Healthcare is operating as normal. Despite filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, Peterson Healthcare is planning on operating as normal. Business Wire reported that David Campbell, Peterson Healthcare's chief restructuring officer, has said that the company is committed to providing first-rate care to its residents and will come back as a stronger company. Ooh, hold on. Go back. Oh, that's it. That's the end of the article. So this is something for all of you out there, or for the people out there that's affected by this. I know you're keeping a close eye on it. Hopefully you're keeping a close eye on this. And again, keep your loved ones close. Nothing is more important than family. What I talked about earlier, that's not everyone. There are people who still they're very much involved, and they're taking care of their mom, their dad, their family. They don't just put them in a nursing home and just forget about them. There's people. There's a lot of you out there that's doing the best you can, and making sure that your family is getting the best care possible, and you're involved 100%. But there are folks out there that they don't do that. They'll put their loved ones in there and just forget about them, right? And there are documented cases of abuse that happens, that goes on, right? When you have to rely on people who are supposed to be professional, right? They have a serious job, okay? And you got some who just don't care about doing their jobs. They feel they're overworked. They may feel that they're not getting paid enough, and they don't care anymore. And that's when the abuse starts to happen, right? And then you got some that's just some sick, twisted individuals, devils. Okay? So it's very, very important, if anybody out there, if you're feeling overwhelmed and you haven't been there the way you should, take the time to think about what it is you're doing. Nothing comes before your family, your loved ones. Nothing. This is something that I talk about, and I mention at the end of my videos. At every video, I say this. Love yourself unconditionally. Keep your loved ones close. Watch each other's backs. Protect each other. Always. Nothing's more important than you. Nothing's more important than your family. No job comes before you. No job comes before your family. All right. It's one of the things I got in trouble for many, many times. Guys, to tell my people that on the previous job, the job don't come before you. You're more important than the job. As long as you're safe, and you safe, and we watch each other's backs, and you leave out of here and you clock out, the only thing you should be feeling is tired. Not having an injury or something happens to you. You're more important than the job. So I tell that to all of you out there. You're more important. Your family, your loved ones is more important. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. We, the people, we have the power. We have the power. Right? If we come together, we can change the situation, what's going on in this country tomorrow, today. We have the power. We're not powerless. If we really want things to change for the better, we need to come together. We come together, we can change this today. But there's too many of us who just don't care, or just dead sleep. That's the problem. Right? But we really can. We can change this. This is something I know. We could turn things around today if we came together, if we come together. Right? But that's all I have on this topic. A very serious topic. Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to all of you who clicked and watched this video, even if you're not subscribed. Hopefully you do subscribe. Give a thumbs up. Check my previous videos. Some valuable information on my previous videos. I got some workout videos. I'm going to continue to make my workout videos. All right. I got some good content coming up and giving some valuable, important information that you need to know, that you're going to want to know, right? So click subscribe, click that bell, make sure you get all notifications, hit the thumbs up. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you on the next video. King B out.